Today I'm interviewing Mr. Alexander Smith, who is a long-term resident of the D.C. Area. Mr. Alexander, is it okay that I record you?
Yes, ma'am, it is.
Okay. Mr. Alexander, could you tell me what is different now than what it was in your city as a child growing up?
Well, basically now, it's a big difference, big change. Back growing up, when I was a young, well, every corner store around the city was black owned.
Mm-hmm.
These days, it's not black owned. It's going, well, mostly Chinese, Vietnamese, or something like that. We don't own them anymore.
Okay.
Our neighborhoods, everywhere, it was black.
Mm-hmm.
These days, it's a lot of change. The neighborhoods have changed because, well, the city has grown. It's becoming more richer. The jobs here, the opportunities, and everything is here. And once upon a time back then, well, the whites had moved out.
Okay.
Now they're moving back in. If you own property now, it's best to keep it, because if you give it up and move out, you won't be able to afford to get back in D.C. and own property.
How has the crime rate changed?
The crime rate, well, back in the day it wasn't really a lot of crime, serious crime and all that. I mean, there was crime, of course. Now, the crime rate right now is going down, but back in the 80s when the crack came out, the crack epidemic, oh yeah, it kind of blew up. It's coming down there, buddy. And that's because of, well, like I said, the city's changing back again. That's a big difference now between now and back then.
Okay, and the political changes in, as far as education?
Well, supposedly it's supposed to be gotten better, but I think, well, that, then again, I'm out to agree that they have got better, the education, as far as the school system, I think. The reason I'm going to say that it's got better because when they stopped putting charter schools out, well, I sent my children to charter schools, and they had a very, well, it was better.
Okay, but how was the educational system different when you were growing up in D.C. versus what's going on now with the kids?
Well, back in my days, the main thing is kind of just show up, and they mark you down.
Or was the school segregated back then?
Oh, no, because it was kind of, back then it was still Chocolate City.
Okay. So you went to the school was basically all blacks in the school that you went to?
I never saw any white people in my schools.
Okay.
I don't, well, they actually, most of the white people had moved out of Washington, D.C. That's when they abandoned it and they went to the suburbs.
Okay. What has gotten worse in D.C.?
What I've gotten worse over the years is, okay, these days and times, to me is a lot, but the basic thing that changed is black crime, or was like a black on black, where we were more like hurting each other instead of helping each other. Back then it was like, hey brother, soul brother, hey blood, and well, the youngest today has basically they off what they said, they don't, hey, it's not you're not my brother, or this and that, and not that like that. Like it used to be. It was like, hey man, you walk that street, you don't even know this brother. But you say, what's up brother, what's up blood? It's just a thing, it's a respect thing that we have for each other.
Okay. What gotten better in the city of D.C.?
Well, actually, I can't really say anything got better. To me, everything's gotten worse.
Okay. Price rates have increased.
I used to go to the corner store, like I said, but my mom, she just tell me what to tell Miss Grooms to give her. She wrap it up in the bag, and she just write something down on a piece of paper. I go to Groom, I go to Oak Street Market of it. It couldn't be. When she gave me money to pay for it, she gave me about $1.25. I come home with a half bag for the food.
Okay.
I used to go to the store for my father. He said, "Go give me a pack of Pall Malls," and he'd give me about a quarter.
Wow. What changes have been met in this city?
Well, I'm gonna go back a few years
Okay.
when things did start getting kind of good for the city. A lot of people, I know everybody gonna know about Marion Barry. When he became mayor, things started getting good. Now they may talk about the man a little bad now, this and that. He did this, he did his things.
Mm-hmm.
But one thing he brought to D.C., the first change, he brought the change to D.C. He wasn't no yes man. He was stick up. He'd say, hey, what he gonna do for the city? He did, whether people liked it or not. Congress and all that. He brought. I got my first job. Pride Incorporated.
And how do you feel about having a black president now?
I love it.
Okay. What change have you think that brought about in America, having a black president?
Well, right now, you can't really see any change because, well, this is first term.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna say vote for him again and give him time.
Okay, but since President Obama been in seat, what kind of changes, for as Medicaid, Medicare, anything dealing with the school system, you haven't seen any changes as far as that?
No, because, well, you want me to tell you the truth? I can tell you the truth about it now.
Okay.
He's a good president. He got some good views and points. But naturally, he is the first black president.
Right.
And he got a lot against him. But when he inherited this, he inherited all these problems we got now. So let's tell the truth. Let's be honest about it.
Right.
And like he said, he can't fix it overnight.
Right.
Especially when everybody fighting against him with what he's trying to do.
Right.
From my point of view.
Right.
Hey, even though he's president, he's only one man.
Right.
And he can't change his everything because, hey, everybody got to agree with him. He want to make this bill, he want to make that bill.
Right.
But they've been fighting him all the way. But he done did a hell of a job.
Right. And change do take time.
And they do take time.
Okay.
It's not going to happen overnight.
Mr. Alexander?
Give him one more turn, you get a man a break.
Right. Mr. Alexander, is there anything else you want to integrate? Or you know, anything else that you want to talk more about before we end the interview?
Well, yeah. If you have the time. Like when you started off, you asked me like changes from the city. A lot of changes now from back then when I was a kid growing up in Washington D.C.
Right.
The most changes is the neighborhoods.
Okay.
All the kids get out and play together. They live in certain sections. We get out and we couldn't afford bikes and all that, whatever. But it's just how we did it back in the day.
Okay. Well, this concludes our interview. Thank you, Mr. Alexander.
You're welcome, Miss Freeman.
Thank you.